Hello, my name is David Chen. I teach people how to generate electricity out of water and air. I wrote a book which is called Empty Air, Clean Energy. You can Google it. What's the book talking about? It's talking about energy is everywhere surrounding us. First, we look at E equals to mc squared. Atomic energy is unleashed when chain reaction is successfully accomplished. And in order to start a chain reaction, critical mass has to be reached. Well, critical mass is actually a misnomer. If we study the detonation mechanism of little boy and fat man, we would have found the total mass of the atomic field didn't change or reached a certain threshold per se. It's the pressure applied to or the density within the chamber that have reached the critical point. Then from this critical point leads to chain reaction. Hold that thought and you'll see how it becomes relevant later. Enough for atomic energy. Now let's look at quantum energy. E equals to h nu. This equation describes the photoelectric effect, and it's also the base of the quantum theories of the 20th century. Quantum, quanta, or quantized energy, by definition, are discrete, meaning non-continuous and small packaged. Therefore, energy exploration methods based on this equation has produced intermittent, unstable, and inefficient forms of energy. When there's no sunshine, energy cannot be produced by solar panels, and when there's not strong enough wind, energy cannot be produced by wind turbines. How can we realize prophecies by Albert Einstein and Max Planck more than 100 years ago, that whenever there's change, there's energy? It turned out to simulate continuous energy production. The key lies in the change of pressure in the surrounding environment. Aha! Just like in those chain reactions unleashing the atomic energy. Chain reaction happens, then the triggering condition emerges again. Another reaction will be triggered. Such repetitions can happen for a long time, until the triggering condition ceases to exist. Almost everywhere on the surface of the Earth, we can feel the atmospheric pressure. When the atmospheric pressure is changed, and negative pressure presents, magical things can happen. Wind could blow, water or water vapor could flow upward. These circulations can happen in a grand scale, but come to think of it, they can happen in a small scale as well, even an indoor environment. Magical things in life phenomenon can have circulations, and those circulations usually happen with change of pressure and negative pressure. In nature, to build perpetual machine is not possible. Also in nature, closest to perpetual machine are organs in life, especially heart and lungs. In the age people built robots, if we build robotic hearts and lungs, those devices can run for a long time, exchange energy with the environment, and generate electricity. In the process of siphoning, we see water level change from high to low in one container and from low to high in another. Correspondingly, there are air movements in both containers as well. Air movement is the definition of wind. Therefore, in normal siphoning process, a little, non-continuous, and small packaged, in other words, quantized wind and rain are generated. Normal siphoning process will stop when water levels in two containers reach the same heights. Now in our modified siphoning process, we make water to overshoot up, up, up one way, with help of check valve and low pressure. And then on the other way, when water goes down, it provides the low pressure and suction that are needed to pump the water up continuously. Now we got ourselves a circular motion of siphoning. To build ourselves such a device, we start with a beverage bottle. Then on the lead of the bottle, drill some holes, connect some tubings and check valves. At this point, we'll find the lead is far from airtight. We can cut some pieces from a latex glove to better seal it. Now we have the lead better sealed. We also need a series of check valves to connect to it. Then we are ready to hand the bottle up. We fill the bottle with water, twist on the lid. After connecting the series of check valves, we just hand the entire bottle up. Voila! Success! But the success was short-lived. To our surprise, we didn't expect how big the difference could have been between the outside atmospheric pressure and the low pressure inside the bottle. The pressure differences quickly punched holes through some vulnerable areas, and the system just failed after a few minutes. A few minutes certainly won't be practical for power generation. So, we made improvements. We replaced the series of check valves into wick to reduce the pressure differences in and outside of the bottle, and also added another layer of latex to better seal the bottle. Now let's try again. This is midnight of May 3rd. Then 12 hours later, it's no longer dark. "24 hours later, it's dark again. Water was still pumped upward. There you have it. That was the first robotic heart I've made, which ran over 24 hours. I know it's not impressive at all, but so were a lot of other great inventions when they first show up in the world. My favorite quote about past great inventions is from one of my coworkers. He said, "This is not rocket science. Anybody can do it." The same coworker also told me, "People say you learn from your mistakes. You know why I'm more knowledgeable than you are? Because I make way more mistakes than you do. Therefore, I invite people who are interested in DIY projects to make your own robotic hearts." I'm not a very good scientist, so I will only make rough estimates. The wattage of an average human heart is 1 watt. It's for tossing 100 grams of weight about 1 meter high in 1 second. So proportionally, the robotic heart you've just seen probably has the power of only 1/100th of a watt, but it did run for 24 hours. I'm by no means a good engineer or a handyman, so I hope you can beat my record. If you want to beat my record, I want to do it myself too and show you how to do it in the coming videos. Here are some better designs for robotic hearts. This is chain reactions of siphon with capillary effect. And this is chain reaction of siphon with domino effect. In my first robotic heart, I try to use average household item and recyclable item as much as possible. This new design used more manufactured check valves, PVC pipes, and garden hoses. Hopefully it can run much longer than 24 hours and require much less maintenance. Perpetual machine is not possible, but to make wind and rain that can last longer than 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours before refilling the water or adjusting the outlet faucet, it's a lot better than not being able to produce electricity at all. For more designing ideas, this is the book that talks about chimney effect, respiration and circulation, and rotation of the earth, just different kinds of natural process that possess widely available but often neglected quantum energy, which can be explored in the 21st century and beyond. If you're a hands-on person, please try to build your own device, and when you generate more electricity than I do, please contact me via email, message, or any other social media platform. Together we can bring electricity to every corner of the world, with or without wind and solar. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, please donate or buy the book, and train others to generate electricity for you and your neighbors. And finally, if you don't want to do any of the above, simply subscribe and spread the word. It's all for a good cause. Thanks for watching.